Alright, let me make sure everything is okay in this setup. I know it's looking ridiculous, but please understand what's going on. First of all, oh wait, this is my library. Hang on. I'm going to send out a tweet first. And I'm going to tell you guys what the heck's going on. Here we go. Alright. At least I could see myself on my DV screen. Why is it always that when I went to try to spell vlog, it changed to blog? Oh, hi Drama Llama, I'm okay. It's just that I'm just sending out a tweet and, hopefully I can talk. Well, alright guys, I'm going to start talking right now. I just really want to get this right off my chest first. The title says, this is a very odd situation. And it is right now because, well, how do I say this? I am not in my usual spot today because a few things just happened. First of all, my mother is home. She came home around like 11 o'clock. So I am not much upon with streaming or my plans for anything else is happening today. Another thing is that there's two sadness happening. Last night I found out about Barbara Bush passing away. And then today I found out Bruno Sammartino, one of the legendary wrestlers of back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, I would say. I could be wrong. But just don't go after me for this. He passed away. WWE announced it on their Twitter account, and there's an article right out there. Now we have to get into the deeper stuff. As you guys don't know, Drama Llama had released the first video of hopefully a few or more. I don't know. But I want to address that. I am in shock of the information that I had to see about Moses Malone. And I knew there's got to be more to this than what happened with what I saw when this whole entire thing started about the height of the New Japan tournament that was going on. And I was like, wow. And I know that if you want to see that video, you can find Drama Llama's YouTube channel. Just search Drama Llama of Truth, and it's out, and it's there. I just couldn't believe there were a lot of people who she said that stuff, and I'm very shocked indeed. But I knew that Moses Malone was in fact a crazy woman. And, I mean, going after married men, unmarried men, and those who have, and I mean this as in those who have girlfriends and those who have wives. And, and I know there are going to be more stuff going to be released. And hopefully this situation goes a little bit further. But what is going on with her is ridiculous. I mean, I think the one person, I guess you can say, that especially made Drama Llama happy was apparently when, I did not know about this, but Jeff Cobb's wife. I did not know he was married. Okay, just let you guys know that. Jeff Cobb's wife went after Moses Malone. And I know there will be more of this, of who else Moses has been going after. And understand this, as much as a wrestling fan I am, these fans are like a little bit crazy, okay? But Moses, she's kind of messed up. And if you have seen Drama Llama's video, yeah, I mean, prior to finding out about this, I mean, Moses was different, and I think there's something that is, different much of her back then as much as how she is today. And I think from her previous photos, I mean, she looks natural, but when she got to talking about, but then when her photos changes, I mean, she gone from being natural to being unnatural. But, but worse than that is sending photos to men, and nudities and stuff. It's just like, that's just crossed the line. And to be honest with you guys, I want to show you guys something that you can understand and why I am so different as much as Moses Malone. And the reason why is, back in around November, when I was doing, around the time right before Thanksgiving, and I know, Pro Wrestling Tees always has shirts for sale. And one of the wrestlers who I follow, and he follows back to me, we've been following each other for like, I think it's will be 5 years come August. Anyway, so what happened was I retweeted Tim Donst. However, this happens, and I'm going to show you. And yes, this is from my DM. As you can see here, this is Tim's sending a message to me, and this is my response to him. And understand, I did not decide to send. I didn't go further than that. Even if I would dare to send him photos, I wouldn't, unless I was wearing one of his shirts. Though I am regretting to do that because I have one of Kenny's biggest t-shirts right before the hey, how do I put this? It was right before this this match happened between Cody and Ganny. And yes, I did watch that, and it was really, really crazy. So, yeah. But I wouldn't dare send a photo, unless, like I said, unless I'm wearing one of his tees, and if I'm kind of nervous. But I am not. But for somebody like Moses to do that, especially if she knew about the men she sent are married, then she shouldn't have done that. And furthermore, I mean, there are a lot of things that are out there, and I know that Drama Llama will get more information, and, but I know there are a lot of other wrestling stuff going on, like, for instance, this whole entire, with WWE going to WWE being in Saudi Arabia. And I know that's, like, a lot of things been going on, but the only thing that has been going on as of late is with this situation with Moses. And I hate to say this, it's either that Moses should get help, or she's going to be looking like a fool. Oh, and she's going to end up losing a lot of money. But there will be more to this. And like I said, I mean, sure enough. And, I understand, as being a wrestling fan, and for what I see is it's just going a little bit too far. And how to put this with Moses Malone, she is becoming like a homewrecker in this case. But I'm just glad there are women who are very stronger, or who are in relationships. But then again, there might be more to this madness. I mean, I know that a lot of people will be questioning about what Moses has done, and I know there are a lot of people who will be trying to be what is known in social networks white knighting, and trying to take people down. And I don't care if Moses is watching this and she tries to block me on social networks. I'll just let the llama handle the situation. And because what she's doing and what we call the white knights are doing is nothing more than being a menace. Yes. Without knowing why is this happening, how is this happening, and furthermore, do what she does and trying to manipulate and lie. And a lot of things that are happening, and for what Moses is doing, is nothing more than trying to be getting so much attention. And I had in the past that I try to be like what my how do I say this, since I don't know if she's much more active on any social networks, but my somewhat of a friend, Dominic, who I was the one who introduced her about Seth Rollins. As much as what's going on with him, and as much as some others out there, but I was trying my best to be like her and try to speak my way, but sometimes I feel nervous. But what Moses is doing is beyond ridiculous. And I know there are a lot of you guys thinking, oh, why are you doing this? I mean, you're a wrestling fan. You should be going after these. No, but what Moses is trying to do is she's really being crazy. She's trying to use the Me Too movement. And if you don't know what's the Me Too movement, it was a movement that had to deal with those who have been sexually, let me make sure I got this right, sexually abused or domestic abuse, and they have a way to talk about this. And there are those who have been abused, and those who are not been abused, but trying to use it for something. And that's what Moses is trying to do. When the fact is, there's been evidence that this made us angry as well. Yes, I know, Drama Llama. What Drama Llama says is that I'm pretty sure there will be another video coming out to this. Is Drama Llama had tried to talk to Moses, but Moses refused. In fact, she only showed just a screenshot, but not the full conversation. And as you guys don't know, there are more to that than meets the eye, okay, of what had happened. And sure enough, there are people out there who are going to have a hard time to believing what is going on with this situation. And, you know, there are a lot of people who will think that either she's telling the truth or she's not. And as for my thoughts and opinions on this, is so far, Moses is not telling the truth. Moses is being crazy. And on top of that, I think that Moses Malone needs to get help. Or otherwise, she's going to be in a lot of trouble. Especially since I know that she's being sued by Michael Elgin. And apparently she's been targeting Dave Meltzer. And she's going after anybody who are either against her, and she will agree to those who are with her. And especially to those who are with her, and either they believe what they have done. Now understand, Moses is like actually had almost a parallel equaling of that of Abby Arthur, but except for a few things. Abby faked the whole entire cancer, while Moses is messing around with men who have wives or girlfriends, or even fiancés, I should say. And it's a terrible, terrible situation of what she is doing. And it's either going to be ending really bad. And another thing, I know that some of you guys are thinking, oh, Lindsie, Mrs. Malone is telling the truth. I mean, she's using the Me Too movement. She's using it for her own gain, and for people to feel sorry for her, when the fact is she is not hot. And no matter who she will do. And I know that the llama knows that there will be more upon this. And on top of that, there will be other things will be happening. As more videos will probably coming out from Drama Llama, there will be more to this. As what is much of what happened with Abby Arthur. Now, I know you guys are thinking, well, what is going on with Abby now? Well, the last things I heard is she is actually being tried in court, but I think her trial's set for next month. And I know there are a lot of you guys are thinking, well, how is this happening? Why would this be happening? Well, apparently, it's just that using photos online is really ridiculous. Yes, Karen, it is. May 30th, thank you, Drama Llama. So apparently that's the end of next month, so I know there will be a lot of you guys will be thinking, what will happen with Moses? Well, it's either that Moses will be facing Elgin in the court of law, but that depends on how things go. Now, the other thing is, of what she did so far with Sean Orleans is really really messed up. And if you haven't seen Drama Llama's video, please go watch it. I mean, there are a lot of text messages she had done with him, and the only thing turns out that is she is definitely sending mixed messages. Is she could sit out of court. Not likely, Karen. I mean, if she could, but she will go through the whole entire ordeal. Oh, because she's trying to use the Me Too movement. And, and I know this is going to sound ridiculous, but there is one thing that happened in the Me Too movement that I know this has been going on, and why I've been hearing this in the local news. If you guys don't know, this whole entire situation is of what going on with Moses is similar to this happening in the local news. And the reason why is that, because I'm pretty sure if you guys had heard about this online, is the great comedian and actor Bill Cosby is being sued by a woman known as Andrea Constantine. However, her last year, she tried to take him into court. Jury could not come to the decision. They're doing it again, and even though she has a lawyer she has been on Megyn Kelly's show. Oh, I had to see her on there, and apparently, she was supposed to be representing these ladies who were after Roy Moore. And what happened with that is, I don't know. That was the last thing I heard of. And now she's representing is Andrea Constantine. Now, all I'm hearing from the local news, and yes, I know, and even though you guys are wondering why nobody on YouTube covered this, is the fact that, because one thing's for sure is because YouTube is could be suppressing it. And I know that has to deal with another YouTuber who had spoke about this. But that is not what's going on today. So, anyway, I feel like this is kind of almost a paralleling, sorry, understand I'm trying to say this, paralleling between the two stories. But here's where the things lie. In Andrea Constantine against Bill Cosby, it has to deal with with drugs. While Moses Malone, the reason why she's being sued by Michael Elgin is because she is in fact is trying to cause trouble. And also sending pictures to Michael Elgin and even Sean Orleans. And the difference is that between the two cases, I'm even though I understand I'm not much of a lawyer, the difference that I can see as of right now is something that happening more than a decade, more than a decade ago, and something that happened roughly around last year and could be the year before. And I know that a lot of things are happening. And I know this is kind of ridiculous, but it's really hard to see that. I mean, I shouldn't say hard, but there are some things that could be good and then things could be bad. But I know that whenever Drama Llama's next video is out, the one thing I'm hoping he'll put in is um about what she's doing with the situation after the text messages that had came out, is when her pursuit on promotions and who were in fact who had got rid of Elgin and had to replace them with somebody. There's also will be probably about this. I'm not really sure about this, but as I heard that excuse me, what happened with AIW? No, wrong promotion. I was about to say AIW, but I'm sorry about that. I meant to say AAW, the Chicago Wrestling Promotion. Thank you. What happened was I heard there was a yeah, you're welcome, Drama. I'm hoping. I just really want to know if the whole entire situation was been reported was Michael Elgin, who was not being scheduled in the AAW show, did appear and got booed, or fans turned their backs or something. Because that's what I've been hearing, because that's what's been going on. I mean, I know there was the situation with IWA Mid-South, which is one of the good promotions out there, and I had hear a lot about this, mostly coming out of, actually I would say coming out of Chris Hero, or I should say Cassius Ono, mouth, or tweets on Twitter, or right before they returned to WWE that time. And I know Moses went after try to go after them. Yeah, and AAW. There's also and I know there's a wrestling promotion out in Maine who had heard about this, and not think about the facts, and that's Limited Wrestling out in Maine. I don't know what city it is, so just in the state. Although I don't know if there was any other the wrestling promotions who probably had to change, not allow Elgin being booked. So that's what the whole entire situation of what happened so far, or is. And I know there'll probably be more situations of a lot of people who she went after, and but as I know what happened so far, how this whole entire thing started it happened like days after when I heard that Elgin was announced to be Jeff Cobb's tag partner, because the reason why that happened is because of Matt Riddle, who got kicked out of Japan. And because I think I heard that Japan has strict laws on, let me sure this, of marijuana, I believe. And I think that's the reason what happened, as I heard. But that's when the whole entire situation came out with Moses Malone, and I first thought, well, this is bad. But then I realized that can't be right. The Mo thing is crazy. So many screenshots. Yeah, I know. Oh, extra unicorn. Anyway, but yeah. So if you are seeing what Moses sent out on Twitter, and what looks like snippets of screenshots, note that Drama Llama will have the full text versions out there. Anyway, before I I don't know what else I have to add, but I know there are a lot of other things happening in this madness that is going on with Moses. And despite that, I'm really shocked that she says that she really wants to go after after somebody like Cassius Ono, which apparently I knew about him having ended up being in a relationship because the stuff is out there right before NXT revealed it. But anyway, so so yeah, and there is one more thing before I end. I'm trying to think of anything else I could think of. I will be watching I'll try my best to figure out how to do this, but I'm going to be I think it's by the end of this month, which is I believe I should I wish I could show you guys, but I don't have the app on my phone. It's on my iPad, which I'm using right now for the streaming situation. Oh wait, where is it? Sorry, I'm using my phone. Yeah, I think it's yeah, I think it's the last Saturday in April. Will be tweeting along the Defiant show. I'm just glad that Mo hasn't not gone crazy going after anybody. I know she's been like going after Elgin, and there are some others, but if she goes after anybody else that I know of, especially those in Defiant, you know, I will. I probably will say something. The llama will know. Um, but yeah, there are others. Yes, there is others, and hopefully the llama will release more about this. As the only thing I'm just really kind of confused what is going on, but as of right now, there's one person that I have been trying to understand, and I guess this is what's been happening. There's one person who's not even a wrestler that I think Moses did, but I think she got so much into trouble, and I'm sure the llama will have the video upon that. Is Larry Dallas. Now, if you guys don't know familiar of him, Larry Dallas is a wrestling personality. He had done managing. I had seen him managed. I believe they're known as the. Actually, this is really weird, but these brothers, they're known as the Bravado Brothers, who I haven't seen in a couple of years. He apparently, as you guys know, Larry Dallas is apparently he's hinting on Twitter. If you follow him, his Twitter handle is at Larry Dallas NY, and he's been hinting that he is probably going to enter a lawsuit, and I'm just gonna leave it as that. I mean, I know there are others out there who are going after, who Moses is probably trying to go after, and so understand that Drama Llama will tell about that situation. But anyway, the other things I want to also address is I'm going to be doing some other crazy things, but as of right now, that has to deal with something else. And that has to do with my other channel, which is just have to deal with gaming stuff. But anyway, that's all I have to stress much about this very situation about Moses Malone. And I know there will be more coming out, so if you guys can, since Drama Llama's in the chat, you can go to their channel and check out Drama Llama's channel. Make sure you subscribe to them. Check out the video they have made of Moses Malone, and also check out some of the other videos, especially with Abby Arthur. And also, you guys can do me a favor, you can stick around with me and my channel. Usually I vlog or when I have to stream, because due to the fact that my phone that I have here, which is a Samsung Galaxy S8, tends to have so much of my photos and stuff. I'll usually blog about some things, what's going on in my mind. So make sure you follow me. Subscribe to my channel. Make sure notifications are definitely turned on, because otherwise, and I mean notifications, make sure to hit that bell, because otherwise you may not get my notifications of probably when I stream or when I post up a video, because as of late, YouTube is kind of being messed up. And if you don't believe me, I highly recommend you search for Philip DeFranco, Boogie2988, and even Tim Pool. I'll let you guys to go and check those guys out. And they are huge YouTubers, because they have more subscribers than I do, and I do find out some information. But yeah, that's much I can say for now. Yeah, that's much about it. So anyways, thank you for watching. Make sure you hit the like button as well. Sorry. Thank you for watching. I will be probably back tomorrow with more stuff. I just had to stream because I really wanted to talk about Moses. Anyway, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, bye.